Okay, so today let us see how we handle variations when we are dealing with inverse proportionality. Inverse means that as you increase one, the other is decreasing, or as you decrease one, the other is increasing. So that's what we mean by inverse proportionality. So here, if x varies inversely with y, it means an increase in x, if increase in x leads to a decrease in y. And a decrease in x leads to an increase in y. So when you do the other one as it increases, the other one does the opposite. So alpha is the inverse proportionality sign. It can be removed by introducing the proportionality constant as we saw also in direct. So let us go through examples. X varies inversely as y. So we first of that statement. So here they are telling us that x varies inversely means 1 over the variable which is y. So we remove this proportionality constant. How do we remove it? By introducing the proportionality constant k over y. So when we introduce this one vanishes. So now they are telling us that from here, look here, they are telling us that when x is 4, y is 2. Now we want to get the value of k. So we shall put here from our x shall be having 4 equaling to k over 2. So that here we shall be having 4 times 2 equaling to k. And from here it's that our k will be 8. So writing it back from here, my x is k over y, and that my x will be 8 over y. As simple as that. So now, amendment 2, 1, find x when y is 16. So amendment 1, they want me to get x when y is 16. So put it in this formula, 8 over y, ix, y is 16, and you see if we reduce by this one, by this 2, I get a half as the value of x. The remainder 2, they want y when x is 32. So they want y when x is 32. We come back to our formula that relates the 2. This is the formula that relates y and x. So x is 32, so I have 32 equaling to 8 over y. And then cross multiply, we have 32y equaling to 8. Then we divide by 32 by 32. So my y becomes 8 over 32. And if you include this, so that your y will be 1 over 4, which is. When you come to this one now, p is inversely proportional. Inversely means it's down. Inversely proportional to square of q. Now they are talking about the square of q. So meaning the statement is p is inversely 1 over the square of q. The square of q. That's it. To remove now this, our p will be now k times 1 over q squared. So our p will be k over q squared. Now, they are telling us that now we want to get the value of k. They are telling us that when p is 1, q is 2. So you put in our formula. So from my p equaling to k over q squared, it means that my p is 1 equaling to k over q is 2. But remember, I'm squaring it. This would be 1 equaling to, when you square 2, you get 4, and then you cross multiply that 4 times 1 will be equaling to k, and from there your k is a 4. Writing this again, from your p equaling to k over q squared, now it means that your p will be our k, which is 4 over q squared. So now you don't have any proportionality constant, and there you are good to go. So find P when Q is 4. So I want to find P when Q is 4. So remember 1. Let me do it here. Remember 1. P when Q is 4. So substitute the formula from here. My P will be 4 over 4. Then square. This will be 4 over 16. 4 squared is 16. You can reduce by 4. And so your P becomes a quarter. Reduce here by 4. 1 by 4. There 4. Then Roman number 2. They want find Q when P is 9. So we want Q, our P is 9. So putting into the formula from here, my P is 4 over Q squared. I want Q, so my P is 9 equal to 4 over Q squared. Cross multiply, we have 9 Q squared equal to 4. So divide through by 9. If you divide through by 9, I have Q squared equal to 4 over 9. Then you get the square root both sides. We equal to square root of 4 over 9. So our Q here, square root of 4 is 2 and square root of 9 is 3 with ease. Now this one, m varies mostly as a square root. Now here we are putting the root of n. To write that statement, m inverse the 1 over square root. Different, I think you see the difference. This one was just a square. This is a square root. So the square root of n. So to remove this will be m. This will be introduced k, then times 1 over root n. So our m here will be k over root n. When m is a half, they are telling us that when m is a half, n is 4. So we put into the formula. So we have here a half equaling to k over root 2. I mean root 4. This 4. So from here, is that I have a half equaling to k over 2. If you multiply by 2 this side, by 2 this side, so that my k will be 1. Write my equation back. 1 over root now n from here. So now remind number 1, they want me to get m. M is unknown when n is 36. So just substitute the formula. So our n will be 1 over root. Our n is 36. And so our n will be 1 over square root of 36 is a 6. So we leave it there. Then on number 2, they want us to get n is unknown when n is 1 over 5. So we put in our formula from our n equal to 1 over n squared. So my n is 1 over 5 equal to 1 over n squared. We cross multiply by n squared. N squared times 1 is n. This time this will get 5. Then, how do I remove? Sorry. This is the square root. This is the square root, please. This is a square root. This is our square root of n. So if you cross multiply, we have square root of n equal to 5. How do we remove the square root? By squaring both sides. So we have n to the whole square equal to 5 and then square. So when I square this, is that this one goes with that. So n will be, when I square 5, I get 25. And that's it, members. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and we'll see you the next.